Hello everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Vitally Veg. On today's recipe, we are going to be making something a little bit sweet. Vegan blackberry cobbler. This cobbler is fresh, delicious, and it even uses blackberries that we foraged from the woods. I hope you guys like this recipe. Let's get started. Alright, so I had the joy of getting my blackberries from my neighborhood. So we just picked about 4 cups. If you can do this, I highly suggest it. If not, store-bought will work just fine. But look how beautiful these are. Alright, so for the recipe, we're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got 4 cups of my foraged blackberries here that are washed and cleaned, and I'm going to add 1 cup of organic vegan white sugar. Next, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of cornstarch. I'm just going to stir that until the berries become macerated and liquidous. So after a bit of stirring, it should look like that. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Go ahead and mix that well. And again, it should look just like that. Just make sure you get all the lumps out. Right, next I have a large mixing bowl here. I'm going to add 1 cup of organic unbleached flour. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. After that, I've got a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm just going to whisk those together until well combined. Now for the wet ingredients. I'm going to add 1 cup of non-dairy milk. I used oat milk here, but you could use anything you'd like. After that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of melted vegan butter, coconut oil, or you could use applesauce if your whole food's plant-based and you don't want to use oil. Go ahead and whisk this and make sure it's a thin batter with no clumps, just like that. Alright, I have a 9 by 13 inch pan that I'm either going to grease or line with parchment paper. And then I'm going to add my berry mixture to the bottom. And then we're just going to pour that batter on the top like this. Doesn't have to look fancy. It's going to be really good in the end and look much better. Alright, so I've got my 375 degree preheated oven and I'm just going to put that in. And we're going to go ahead and bake that for about 40 to 45 minutes or until toothpick comes out clean from the batter part. Let it cool for 20 to 25 minutes, serve hot or cold, and enjoy! Alright you guys, that was my vegan blackberry cobbler. If you like this recipe, don't forget to check out vitallyveg.com for more and like and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys next time!